today?
Fine, teacher.
Okay. Okay, Vanessa. So tell me, what did you learn in these days in our class?
Please repeat, teacher. I don't listen.
Vanessa, no, I wanted that you tell me about the well, Vanessa, there's someone giving with a hammer the wall or something, no? Well, Vanessa, let's give the welcome to Erling. Erling is going to be here for the first time. Erling, are you listening me? Erling, Erling, are you listening or what?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, yes, I can hear you, teacher.
Yes. Um, okay, Erling, how have you been? Erling, mm, well, it seems that we lost the connection. Mm, we have lost the connection. Vanessa and Erling, are both of you listening to me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and what about you, Erling? Are you listening to me?
Yes, teacher, right now, yes.
Okay, okay. So Erling, well, tomorrow we were going to abord the topic about the comparative and superlative uh, adjectives. Uh, we saw that adjective, or we aborted last week apart, no? Because we weren't talking about too much, and we didn't do it some exercises, but perhaps today I'm going to share with you some links with that topic, so we can learn about. Well, Herling, I would like to know about your previous knowledge about the comparative and superlative adjectives. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you can share with us something from your knowledge, you're welcome.
So,
Well, Herling, I would like you to make an introduction about your new. And please give welcome to Shirley. Shirley has entered some minutes ago. Shirley, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay. And Shirley, we have a new, well, we have Erling for the first time in our uh, speaking classes and in our speaking class, and I would like Herling, and I would like to introduce Herling. Herling, this is Shirley online. Vanessa is too online, so I would like you to make an introduction to Shirley and Vanessa. Apart to talk about to make an intro about the comparative and superlative adjectives. Okay. So I'm waiting for you, Herling, to share with your partners an information about you.
okay, okay, teacher. Just my name or?
Well, your name and what are you doing for a living and
Okay. Yeah.
some aspect if you are married or
Yeah.
single.
Okay.
And what are you studying? Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay. Partners and tutor. My name is Erling Jimenez. I am married. Yeah. I have a son. He has 3 years old. I am teacher too. I'm teacher, but I want to learn speaking English because it's very important for my career. And I am working now, teacher. I am working in. How I say I am teacher. Yeah.
Yes, as a teacher, no?
Yeah.
But you're working as an English teacher or what?
No, sir. I am elementary teacher. 3 grade.
But elementary teacher, but in what subject or what course? Mathematics,
I
Spanish?
sociales. I teach sociales.
Ah, okay, okay. That's right. No, no. Well, I see that you have a good expression, some good pronunciation. That's good. It's a shame that you couldn't be here from the first time because it would help me to enrich this class online conference. But now, finally, we were able to, or you are able to, or you were able to join us, and then so we can interchange our knowledges. Okay. So Herling, continue. I would like to know what about your what do you know about the comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives?
Teacher, I don't know. O sea,
No problem, no problem. You don't know until now about the comparative and superlative adjectives, no?
no.
Okay. Well, Erling, no. And Erling, Shirley, and Vanessa. Well, the comparative adjectives uh, are. I'm going to share some link with you. Let me search for that link. I had. mm, I'm going to share a link so you have a better idea about the comparative adjectives. Possessive. ¿Qué es eso? Okay, adjective. Yes, let's see in this link the, the adjective. Uh, well, the adjectives are formed by. I'm going to share the, the are you watching? Are you seeing the page I have in screen? Vanessa, are you seeing the page?
Yes, teacher.
And Shirley and Erling, I want that someone tell me if you can see my sharing. Well, I see that no compartir pantalla, pero es que yo no. Well, are you give or you gave click on the? Are you giving or are you seeing the link I just sent you? Students, please, I'm going to. Are you seeing the? Well, this is a web page. I think it's a good web page. And tell us about what is an adjective. Well, adjectives are words that describe or modify other words, making your writing and speaking much more specific and a whole lot more interesting. Words like small, blue, and sharp are descriptive, and they are all examples of adjectives because adjectives are used to identify or quantify individual people and unique things. They are usually positioned before the noun or pronoun that they modify. Some sentences contain multiple adjectives. Well, this is the definition of an adjective, and um, there's some kind of adjective in this case, comparing adjective, compound adjective, order of adjective, and list of adjectives, example of adjective, but we're going to avoid the comparing adjectives. Mm, comparing adjective or forming comparative adjective, as well as serving as modifying words like beautiful and big adjectives are also used for indicating the position of on a scale of comparison. The lowest point on the scale is known as the absolute form. The middle point is known as the comparative form, and the highest point is known as the superlative form. Here are some examples. Well, here are some examples. You can, for example, absolute, the form absolute. This book is long. The comparative form of the adjective long is this book is longer than that book, no? And the superlative form is this is the longest book. Could you please, any of you, I need a volunteer in order to read the the second sentence about okay. Well, the second sentence, the airport is far. And the comparative form is the airport is further than the train station. This is the comparative form, but not of the sentence, only of the adjective. In this case is the word far, okay? And it reads, the airport is farther than the train station. And this is the farthest airport, okay? And another, if you want to, if any one of you want to make a, to make if any one of you want to make a sentence with a comparative adjective from your own, okay? I'm waiting. Positive. Okay, I'm waiting for you, Vanessa, Shirley, and Erling. If you want to make a sentence, I want to hear you. You can start whatever you want. Okay, I'm all ears, buddy. I'm waiting for you. For example, yes. Someone wants to say something?
Teacher,
Yes.
Excuse me, I don't see well.
You can see the link.
The screen.
The screen. Okay. Shirley. Shirley, no. Shirley, could you please,
yes.
if click on the link I passed you by the chat box, you can see a part. If you want to. Did you get me?
Teacher, where?
Well, on the chat box, you know,
Where
there is.
in the yes, teacher, but
We were
in the part.
Well, no problem. Surely, I gave a link. I gave a link in the chat box. You know, in the part of the where you can write to start a conversation or a chat with someone. Okay. In this class, I gave a link. Okay. I'm going to leave the chat. Okay. Well, okay. I gave a link. I gave a link. I'm going to here, Shirley, and I'm going to start to share the to see if you can see. Well, do you see the?
Okay.
Do you see the my screen sharing? Shirley,
Yes,
do you? Okay. Okay. You can see without any problem, no? Well, ¿lo ves o no lo ves?
Ay, teacher, yo no veo, o sea, yo abro y ese es el mismo, es que yo no veo que sea el mismo, en qué parte usted lo abre, porque por eso le digo en qué parte, porque no me sale, nada más me sale el comienzo y no veo nada.
Ya lo vi. Ya lo vi.
Pero
ese tiene que darle clic. Tiene que darle clic en Comparing Adjective.
Ah, en el tercero.
¿Ya? En el tercero, sí.
Ok.
Oh.
Sí.
Okay, that's right. No, I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to give you the link again. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can see my sharing screen, you can see on the link. Okay, Shirley.
Okay. Ready,
and
teacher.
I'm going.
Thank you, Harley.
No problem, no problem. I just gave you before, but probably you didn't notice that. Well, the comparative form, there's some
comparative form.
Yes, comparative form. When two objects or person are being compared, the comparative form of the adjective is used. The comparative adjective can be formed in two ways: adding er to the absolute form of the adjective, adding and the second form, the second form is adding the word more before the adjective. In that case, with the word expensive, you know, when you say this article is more expensive, I'm going to this article is more expensive than the other. Okay. This article is more expensive, and excuse me because I made a mistake, than the other. Okay, and for example, you can say in an opposite way, this article is less expensive than the other. Okay. Am I right, or do you have any doubt, Vanessa? Vanessa, I haven't listened to you.
Tell me, teacher.
Yes, Vanessa, are you attending the class? Are you aware of the class, of the things we're talking now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, okay. No, Vanessa, because I never, you are so quiet, and sometimes I think that you aren't here. But if you want to ask something, okay, you're welcome to share your doubt, and don't feel any shame of that. Okay. Well, uh, for example, my essay is longer than yours. She is more beautiful than her sister, no? And here or there are the rules for choosing and forming the right form, no? The rules are words of one syllable. This is a longer book word ending with E add R to the end of the word, e.g., lame, lamer. I want to know something, guys. Um, how do you feel more comfortable, learning by rules or learning by practicing the speaking? Learning in this case, the adjectives by the rules or learning by the speaking. Learning by making mistakes. How do you feel more comfortable in this case? Did you hear me? Okay, guys, I'm waiting for your answers. Okay, Shirley, go ahead.
Teacher, repeat the information, please.
Yes, no, I'm seeing that it came up an idea or a question. No, how do you feel more comfortable, learning by the rules or learning by making mistake, learning in a real time conversations or practicing by yourself, I would like to know how uh, how or how much, no, how do you feel in a way more comfortable or less comfortable, you know?
Teacher, in my case,
Yes.
the two forms because I don't know. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes. Okay, I'm agree with you. I'm agree with you, but sometimes you have some rules, at the reach of a hand, in your head and in your thoughts, and you can apply the rules. But sometimes we learned in a real time conversation or in a real time practicing. Okay.
mhm. Yes.
And this is something like a hybrid, or an alternative process, in this case. And we and our brain mixed both strategies for say that for identify that, and we can say that. And Shirley, what do you think? How do you feel more comfortable, learning by rules or learning by real time speaking sections? And Vanessa, I would like to know your opinion about it. Waiting for you, Vanessa or Shirley, to give your opinion about how do you feel better, learning by rules or learning by real time conversations. I have this. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys. Tell me something, Vanessa and Shirley. I need to know about your conception or beliefs. Or hmm. Well, guys, time is running, and you weren't able to give unless Herlin, the student Herlin that gave uh, his answer or his opinion about uh, this this. Well, guys, yes. Well, uh, maybe no. Maybe they lost the connection. You know that the speed of the internet of the connection fluctuates in this case, and you can. It's difficult for us to have a conversation. Well, are you seeing the class? Well, there's the form ER where the where the adjective that end in ER, the others adjective, you know, more, and the other that you can add the more than, no? More than or less than. You can use that form. And a superlative is formed by the adding est to the absolute form of the adjective or adding the word most. In that case, for example, big, the biggest wall in the world. Okay, in that case, and the biggest wall in the world, and you can see the biggest wall in the world. Okay. Biggest wall in the world, or you can see the most important case in history. In history, and the opposite way of the biggest is the smallest. The smallest, the smallest wall in the world, and the least, the least, least. I think the least
Teacher, excuse me.
important. Yes, yes.
Solo se le agrega EST en todos los casos.
Not in all the cases.
¿No?
No. because I'm writing about the different. For example,
Uh-huh.
big, small, tall. You know,
Uh-huh.
in that cases, you can add the er. No, the biggest, the biggest or
Yes.
bigger. The comparative form, for example, big. No,
Big. Yeah.
the comparative form is bigger, and the superlative form is biggest. The small is the same.
Sorry.
Smaller,
Sorry.
the
Can you
comparative
say again? Can you say again? Comparative form is bigger.
comparative form of big is bigger,
Bigger.
bigger than,
Uh-huh.
bigger than. In that case, the same. We can include, for example, the adjective tall, um, um, tall, short. In that case, no,
Mhm.
thin. For example, you can say thinner. No, you can say thin is um, you can say in that case, for example, I'm going to thin,
Okay.
short, short, no,
Mm.
um, large,
Sorry,
large.
teacher. Thing is in Spanish,
Thin
please. Thing.
is delgado, delgado.
Ah, delgado. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Short, large. Um, Let me see another adjective. Uh, Big, big. For example, no, big is in that case. Sure. Well, in that case, for example, the comparative, comparative form of those adjectives are thinner than, no? And always followed by the preposition than, okay? Thinner than, shorter, shorter than, no?
Thinner. Thinner. Thinner.
Thinner than,
In that
shorter,
case, thinner is
delgado,
más delgado. Más delgado.
más delgado que, that
Más
case.
delgado que. Yeah. Sure.
Larger, larger
Sure.
than, no? Um,
Más
bigger,
bajo. Corto que. Shorter is
sí, más corto también.
más corto. Más
Más
corto que.
corto, más bajo también, es lo mismo, se puede usar para bajito. En el caso when you are describing someone, you can
Ajá.
say, no, when you find someone, a small person, you know, you can say a short person, no? And
Short person.
always, yes, they can use to mock of these people, you know, giving the nicknames Shorty. Okay.
Mm.
For example, in Animal Planet, do you remember that there were some short people, you know, taking care of the pit bull's dog,
Yeah.
and they were small, you know,
Yeah.
and shorty. This was the nickname of the boss, the
Yeah.
shorty, and shorty used to be on the screen with a smoking habano, you know, and the- I used to laugh a lot.
In that case, the people is more bigger than.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
That
dog
big.
or that people. No, it's more. No, it's more bigger. No, it's
No.
bigger than. It's
Ah, it's
bigger
bigger than. Okay. Yeah.
bigger than. In
More.
the case
More. More.
when the, huh?
In that case,
Yes.
more.
No,
No se
more.
usa
In that
more.
case, I'm going more than. No, more. More than you can use with interesting, more than,
Yeah, yeah.
more interesting, interesting than,
Más interesting.
than,
In that case,
more interesting than, more exciting, exciting. In that case, than,
yeah, yeah.
more beautiful, beautiful, more beautiful than.
Okay. I didn't know, teacher.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
you didn't know about it. Well, this is a good. This is so the comparative adjectives are very important and are easy to learn. Okay, are
Yeah.
adjectives is easy to learn and you can practice and are not so complicated to. Uh, and well, when I talk about when it comes to talk about the superlative form, superlative form. No? For example,
Teacher, one
yes,
question.
yes.
What is superlative form? What is superlative?
Superlative forms is when you add the end of the word the est. For example, the longest, the farthest, the best. You know.
Long. Where is?
Okay.
Est. Est.
Est. Okay. Est. Determination or the end of the word. Look in this case in the web page. I don't know if I'm currently sharing with you, but anyway, you have the link. In this case, long, far, and good. But this here what here there's a detail that super, it happens with the word good. Good, no, more good than you can say gooder. No, more good than, no, and you can say the best in that case. And if you can say the opposite of good is worse, no? And the superlative form of worse is worst.
Worst.
The worst, the worst of all. The worst of all, el peor de todo, ¿no?
The worst of. Lo peor de todos.
Peor de dos, sí. Worst, peor, pero worst.
And worst, teacher. And worst. I can't remember. Worst.
Yes.
¿Qué forma es esa? Worst.
You can say, I think that you are not allowed to say worser than, But there's another, for example, let me finish with that, with this, with the that case, longer, And Vanessa and Shirley, I can hear you. I would like that you two, could you please participate in this class? Could you please give us some ideas, help us? Because I don't listen to you. And Vanessa, tell us something, share with us something. Longer, no? Longer. Yes, Vanessa.
I can.
Yes, I guess that you have some problem with the communication because I I'm not listening you too well. Okay, and Vanessa probably, I don't know, and Vanessa probably had some trouble with the communication. Okay, but
Okay, teacher.
yes, I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
Okay.
Yes.
Teacher,
Mhm.
I can participate for
Mhm.
examples. Yes, teacher.
You can? You tell me something. You sound like you have to leave to somewhere. Sounded. Well, Herling, longer, the longest. Okay, Herling, are you listening to me?
Yes, teacher.
And
The,
and
the
for
river,
example,
Rio
yes,
Magdalena.
yes, Vanessa. Vanessa, no, Shirley.
Shirley.
Okay, Shirley.
Uh,
Oh, right
the
on the
right,
chat. Right on the chat because I can listen in you too well.
the river is
The
the
rider.
river Magdalena is the longest and the worst.
The river, no? The Magdalena River, no? The
Magdalena River.
Magdalena
Magdalena.
is the
River.
longest, no? The
Yes,
longest
teacher.
of Colombia? The longest of Colombia or what?
Yes. Well, the work
Longer.
Is longer than or the longest? Superlative or comparative form?
It's the longest.
The longest river.
Yes, the longest rivers of
Is the
Colombia. Longest.
Of all in Colombia, no? Okay. The Magdalenas River is the longest of all in Colombia. No? And as I referring to river, I shouldn't to repeat the word the longest of all rivers in Colombia. No, the Magdalenas River is the longest of all in Colombia. Okay, you don't have to repeat. Only omit the word river in that case. And okay, well, and other example. Vanessa, is your dog run the fastest of any dog in the race? No. Your dog run the fastest any dog in the race. Okay. O sea, corrió más rápido que cualquier. Está bien. Only you miss the word T at the end of the word fast, of the superlative form of the word fast. Okay, fastest. Okay, and I'm going to share with you another form of adjectives, maybe of adjective. No. Well, let me finish with that class. Okay. Let me finish with that class. Okay, I'm going to stop to sharing my screen because I'm attending another student of the university because we are in the first. Todavía no se publicó. Well, guys, well. We're going to keep, yes,
Sorry.
Shirley. No, Shirley, talk. Go ahead.
I have other sentence with superlatives teacher. Teacher?
Well, I didn't listen. I didn't listen. Shirley, repeat, please.
Okay.
Yes. Tell me.
I have other sentence with
Superlative.
teacher.
Okay, write it. Write it on the chat box.
Okay.
Okay.
The spices foods in the world is in the Mexico.
Yes. Sure. The spiciest food in the world.
Pronunciation teacher, spices.
Spices. Spicy, spicier, and spices. Spices. Well, sure, write some. Yes, you can, Herling, you can write some examples of your own. Okay, the same with Manesa. You can write another thing. But I wanted to share with you. Let me see. Yeah. I'm sharing with you, and well, we are clear in these with these examples. Are we clear with that? Subject, no? The ER, the comparative forms, the more comparative forms, and these rules, Anyway, for example, this is another. When comparing two things, the word then is positioned between the adjective and the thing being compared. For example, apples are tastier than oranges. This painting is more interesting than painting, okay? Than that painting, excuse me. This painting is more interesting than that painting, okay? And superlatives. The superlative is used to say what thing or person has the most of a particular quality within a group or of its kind. The superlative can be formed in two ways: adding est to the absolute form of the adjective and adding the word most before the adjective, okay? And the two next example, this is the most beautiful dress I have ever seen. This is the biggest table in the room, okay? Guys, I don't hear you. Well, you don't have to be talking the whole time, but I want to hear you some explanation. Okay, and this is here. This is well, we're fine rules for choosing and forming the right form. Okay, add est when words or ones of one syllable. An example, this is the longest book. We're ending with the E at ST to the end of the word, e.g. large and largest. Well, I don't like to be explaining so obvious thing, but you can learn, or you can update yourself, or you can to be acquainted with those rules, in this case. But I wanted to make a skip to the positive form of the adjectives. This is a very interesting particular thing in the adjectives. The positive, and here what it reads: the positive form is used in cases where there are no differences between the two compared things or person. To form the positive, we use the word as before and after the absolute form of the adjective. For example, Danny is as smart as Philip. A comparative form when you, but is a comparative form when you want to describe two persons with the same amount of skill, or with the same or two persons tied in some skill or quality. And she's as beautiful as her older sister. Okay, she's as beautiful as her older sister. And you can repeat, or you can read. I want all of you want to be reading. Danny is as smart as Philip, or she's as beautiful as her older sister. This can also be applied in a negative context to indicate that the compared objects are not similar. Danny is not as smart as Philip, and she's not as beautiful as her older sister. Okay, and this is a very interesting detail about it. Erling, could you tell me something about it? Is positive or useful for you to know this? To know these these particular things about the adjectives. And
Yeah.
there is yes, Herling.
Very interesting because I didn't know.
Yes, okay. You didn't know. Okay, that's right. Well, and this is exception, irregular forms. Erling, could you please read for us the part of exception, the irregular forms of the adjective?
Regular forms of the adjectives and superlatives and superlative. That's
No, no, no. We are on the positive form, and above, no, above, no, being beneath the positive form, exception, irregular forms, where it reads
Teacher,
certain, huh?
the
the
first
regular,
sentence.
the
Exception. Are you seeing the share
okay.
of my screen,
Teacher,
or
me.
yes? No, okay. Both of you, if you want to, Erling, if you want to be a night with you, and he's going to give you the opportunity to read the part of the exception, irregular forms. Okay?
The, mhm. Mm, okay, teacher. For example, the regular, the good, bad, fart. Teacher.
Mm. For example,
The good, for example, good is the best. Bad the bad, the
bad
worst,
form,
worst
worst,
part, farts.
a little. Yes, yes. Okay. And the least, for
For,
example.
for
And
example, you are the best teacher.
huh? You're the best teacher. No, no, I'm not
I
like that.
teacher.
No, 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 no. This is a good compliment. Okay, a compliment.
Teacher. Okay.
It's a good compliment. Thank you. And you are one of my best students.
I think right now.
Okay, okay, that's okay, that's okay. No, thank you anyway. Good compliment.
Okay.
Yes, for example, good, better, best. That is comparative. Okay, exception, irregular form. Certain adjectives have irregular forms in the comparative and superlative degrees. Okay, and this is so important, no? Absolute, good, bad, little, much, many, some, okay? And looks what they behave in a comparative and superlative. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst, no? Little, less, least, no? Much, many, some. Much, many, some, you know, more and most. You can say when you use a much, you can say more and the most. When you use many, you can use more in the comparative and the most in the superlative form. And when you can use some, you can use in a comparative more, and you can use the most in a superlative form. And following this detail about the exception in regular forms, there are some examples of comparing adjectives. This house is bigger than that one, no? This flower is more beautiful than that. He is taller than Mr. Hulas. He is more intelligent than this boy. Jonathan is the most handsome man on campus. And this is the prettiest dress in the window. I lost my most comfortable shoes. My job is worse than yours. Okay? And there's a comparative, there is an exercises following that. So you can, I suggest you to do the exercise in an oral form, and you can have reading. Okay, and I'm going to do the first sentence. No, Shirley is going to do the second, and Vanessa is going to do the third, and or Herling is going to do the first of the part B. You know, we live near the train station that we used to. Choose the comparative adjective in each group sentence. This is an easy exercise. Her hair is short, no? Her hair is shorter than it was before, no? Her hair is the shortest it has ever been. Hmm? And look at the second case, the part B. We live nearer than the train station that we used to be. Park in the lot nearest the train station. I know the train station is somewhere near. You have to identify the comparative adjective, okay? And remember that the comparative adjective, we just see the rules about the comparative adjective or the adjective, how to behave into the comparative context, okay? And the C, my dog might be ugly, but he's nice. That's the ugliest dog I've ever seen. Because he was uglier than the others, my dog won the ugly dog contest. Your presentation was more informative than most. She gave me an informative talk on honeybees. She gave She gave an informative talk on honeybees. That's the most informative speech I've ever heard Professor Brown give. And well, the answer is it's about the answers are clear: shorter, neater, uglier, more informal. Okay. And which of the following sentence does not contain a comparing adjective? I'd like to have more participation from each of you in this time around. If you'd have listened better, you wouldn't be confused right now. They live in the brick house on the corner. No? And I'm gonna. Well, this is the answer is C. Okay, of course. That not contain a comparing adjective. And bear in mind that we have a comparative form into the second type, or third type. I think no, second type. Well, no, second type with passive voice into the sentence B. Okay. Shirley, you that are falling in love with a conditional sentence, when you are using the passive voice. Okay, listen, if you would have listened better, you wouldn't be confused right now. You can, for example, listen better. This is a comparative form, and in the second part of the conditional sentence, these there are it is the passive form. You wouldn't be confused right now. Okay, guys. I can't listen to you. Guys, are you lost or what? You left me alone here, fighting with the topic. Okay. We have some problem with the communication again. Well, guys,
Teacher,
yes.
I am lost because
your communication were
yeah.
Okay. No, I was. Yes, I just wanted you to see the sentences, about the exercises. But the exercises have the answers in the answer in the part below. But I would like that you two learn from memory these. For example, if you had listened better, you wouldn't be confused right now. Um, This is a conditional sentence, but we have a comparative form and a passive voice on it, okay? You wouldn't be confused right now. This is a passive voice. And I would like to have more participation from each of you this time around. This is something I would like to say now. I would like to have more participation from each of you this time around. No, no, no. You were participating a lot in this class, and I know that we are having trouble with the communication, and sometimes I'm reading and you lose the communication, and this is something very difficult for us. Anyway, guys, today is the time is 11:55, so we can leave the classes by the time being, and I would like you to as a homework, to be connected with so well with this page, because this page have other options. And if you give me a time in a further in the afternoon, I'm going to give you the topic for tomorrow, for the class of tomorrow, so we can be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Okay, guys? No problem with that? Or no problem with it? Early?
Yes, teacher, no problem for me. It is good.
Okay, no problem with you. And Shirley? What about Shirley? And what about Vanessa? I'm going to stop sharing the
Teacher.
Yes.
Can you send me videos about that topic, teacher?
Okay, no problem. No problem. Let me find some videos on YouTube, some appropriate videos about people having some dialogues about. I would like to abord the conditional sentence, the passive voice, and the comparative forms. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna send you the links through or while being through the day, okay? According the day passes by, and I'm going to share this video. Well, guys, that's all for today, and thank you for your participation, your great participation in this class, and I appreciate it so much, because we are on the Easter week, and you're leaving some compromises aside, to attend this class, and I appreciate a lot that from all of you. Okay, so bye bye Herling, bye bye Shirley, and bye bye Vanessa, and have a nice, yes. Well, have a nice lunch hour, because we are on a lunch hour. So tell me something, guys. What are you going to have for lunch today?
Teacher, I'm sorry. I don't listen. Tomorrow they are class in the 10.
Yes, but I'd like to make the last question of the class. What are you going to have for lunch today? Erling, in your case?
La pregunta, teacher, es ¿qué voy a comer?
Yes, ¿qué vas a tener de almuerzo? ¿Qué vas a almorzar?
Icotea.
Okay, icotea. Okay. Yeah. Torture. No, torture.
Yeah, torture, yeah.
Ah, you're going to have torture? Ah, I
I
think.
don't, I don't like torture.
Why?
Well,
I
I think
Why,
prefer
Shirley?
other food.
I guess
I prefer other food.
no, I guess the torture is a good meal. Okay. And Shirley, what about you? What are you going to have for lunch today? Fish or meat or what?
Oh, okay,
Eh,
no.
I'm going to have
Today is bacon. Bacon,
a bacon.
teacher.
Ah,
I
okay.
like I like bacon.
Delicious. Delicious,
It's
but you have
delicious.
to
Yes.
exercise yourself in order to burn those calories, you know, because
Mm.
probably you can get one of your arterias, you know, blocked. Okay. Well, well, buddies, and tomorrow we're going to see. And Vanessa, I can't have some. Unfortunately, Vanessa is a punctual person. You know, she's on time, but it seems that she's having some problem with the communication, with the speed. And see you tomorrow. And wait for me on WhatsApp. You know, I'm going to be able to share with you some videos about people talking about using the comparative forms and the topic that Shirley likes too much. You know, the conditional sentences. No, Shirley,
Okay,
and
teacher. Yes.
with a passive voice and comparative forms
Mhm.
included. And Herling, and have a nice lunch hour, and you know, and the same for you, Shirley. And
Thank you.
thank you so much for this encounter. Okay. Well, see you.
Okay.